I'm going to open this box and see or show you all what you get when you actually get a Glidecam Devin Signature Series. So first off, a couple things you should know. I started shooting with Glidecam 10 years ago now, if you can imagine that far back. I started out with a 2000 and then they upgraded to the 2000 HD, the HD 2000. And then I moved over to the 4000, and just the differences for me, I was shooting on a DSLR camera. The 2000 works awesome, the 4000, they both work for like a DSLR camera. For me, the advantage of the 4000 is it is heavier, yes, but it handles better when it's a windy day. And a lot of times I'm filming in the wind. So I prefer the 2000 if I had it my way, as far as DSLRs go. But the 4000, it handles wind better. So I own both of them. But those were like instrumental in launching my career, or having a big boost with launching my career. Early days shooting the quad video, and a lot of our videos on our main channel, Devinsupertramp, they're all using the Glidecam, and no one was shooting with the Glidecam at the time, so it was like revolutionary. So with that being said, I am going to unbox the video. I'm going to unbox the box so you can all see what's in here. And I always struggle with opening these boxes. They are not meant for adults, but if you have a screwdriver, you are set. So Glidecam right here, these are built in USA, America, as they say in the biz. And this is what you get when you actually order a Glidecam. Now, because I travel so much, we were like, we want to have a case where you can carry your Glidecam and you can keep it safe out of harm's way. And we wanted a case that looked sleek. So this is the actual case itself with my signature. And just for the record, it took me about a month to figure out like the perfect signature. I did over like 100 renditions of it, so that's kind of the thought process behind it, because I wanted to make sure that it didn't look like a little kid wrote it. Instead, it looks like just a little kid wrote it. But this is the actual case that it comes in, and it is actual styrofoam. I don't even know if it's styrofoam, to be honest, but it's definitely going to be able to take a beating. No issues with that. So when you actually get the Glidecam, open it up, ta-da! This is it right here in person. Okay, so this is what it comes with. I don't even know the technical terms, but here you have the pole and the Glidecam, and this, the Glidecam, the whole thing's the Glidecam. But this right here is one of the biggest things that makes this Glidecam different than everything else, as far as it is a twistable, lockable gimbal. I can handle different weights by adjusting this, and it also has 0 through 20, so you can kind of remember, okay, I always have the red locked here, I always have like the 5D DSLR camera locked here. You can kind of even mark that on the pole for that matter. But what you can do here, and for me this is like the biggest selling point, or one of the biggest selling points, is that I can, and it's until I put this all together, but now I can film at low mode where I can have the camera down here and I get super low shots next to the table or next to the ground. When I set this up in a minute, you'll be able to see that kind of in full action. Now this right here is super unique as well. We went back and forth. This is sealing off the actual gimbal contraption right here, so it protects it from dust, water, rain, and all the elements. And this took a long time to kind of develop and go through the whole action, but we want to make sure that this could handle heavy weights and not slide up and down. So this lock works super well, and it's actually really easy to use. Just like that, I can change it. So right here is another big thing. This is the top part of the Glidecam. It probably has a technical name. I'm not a very technical person, despite what people may think. As far as knowing the names, I just know, okay, this is a Glidecam. I know how to make it work. That's what it comes down to. So I am setting up the Glidecam right now from getting it in the box. Now this is different than all the other Glidecams out there as well, in the fact that it has a plate. The other ones have a couple other contraptions you had to kind of work through. They still work great, but as far as like easy, super fast, this was like another big thing for us, because we're always like, okay, we take it from the Glidecam, now we got to throw it on the tripod, and it took too long to release all the different kind of little screws and all that. So this is a quick release plate, and we also made it so it fit on any Manfrotto tripod, or basic ones like the 501 head. So this was kind of a big deal for us with what we're doing. So we can shoot with the red, have the red right here with the Glidecam, take it right off, and then put it on any of our tripods, any of our Manfrotto tripods. That's the only ones that we use, and then we can start shooting right away again. So this for us is a big deal, and then it also makes it so you can easily adjust it when you're balancing the actual Glidecam itself. So this comes with the system, and then you have all the weights right here. So a lot of people ask me, and this is a little tip, a lot of people ask me, how many weights do you use, Devin, with this camera and this camera and this camera? It does depend on a couple different things, because lens also, and how heavy your lens is, that's also another big factor. So I'm going to set this up right in front of you. So here's another thing that comes in the bag, is your screws. Nothing too exciting right here, but I am going to open these screws right now, and like I said, I bring a screwdriver wherever I go, most places, and I am going to, scissors would probably be the easier way to do this, but I don't like things easy, and actually that wasn't too bad. Okay, so I am opening these now, and in case a lot of you who don't have a Glidecam, or the people that don't have a Glidecam, I know a lot of you guys have it because I read the comments, but if you don't know how to set up the Glidecam, we actually the video, or when you buy a Devinsupertramp Signature Series Glidecam, we actually did a roughly 30-minute tutorial video. It actually comes on a Thumbdrive. I had Glidecam send me this one, but I told them not to send me a Thumbdrive because we already have like 5 or 6 of them. But it comes with a really cool Thumbdrive with our logo on it, and it has a whole setup, how to shoot with the Glidecam, tips that we've learned over the last 9 years at the time, 8 years at the time. So it kind of goes over that whole thing and how to balance your Glidecam with different cameras. We cover all that stuff with the actual Thumbdrive that this comes with, and it works on any Mac or PC. So we shot that a while ago, and that's like exclusive for people that buy the Devinsupertramp Signature Series Glidecam, because we knew that a lot of people were requesting it. So that's the reason why, if you are interested in this Glidecam, know that you're not going to be left alone, that we have those tutorials to help you with that. Now, if I'm using a DSLR camera, such as a Canon 5D Mark II, Mark III, Mark IV, I'm going to, in most cases, use 2 to 3 weights on each side. You are going to want to have the same amount of weights on each side. Because we're shooting on the red weapon most of the time, 90% of the time, I actually max it out with every weight possible that I can fit on this. It also comes, you only need 4 screws to actually set this up. It comes with 6, just in case you do lose one for whatever reason. And I will say, for anyone that's just starting to shoot with Glidecam, if you're not used to it or not familiar with it, it is like riding a bike. It does definitely take practice, but like riding a bike, once you have it figured out, you have it figured out and you don't have to relearn it all over again. All right, so the way I balance it is I max it out as far as the weights with the red. I put 6 weights on each side. Once again, you have to make sure you stick the same amount on each side, otherwise you're gonna have balancing issues right from the start. This has everything you need to start shooting. You don't need to buy or purchase anything else except for a camera and a lens. But now also what is in it is this right here. This is an instruction manual. So I already said it comes with a Thumbdrive with a tutorial that I did, that we shot. And that's all like how I set it up, how I do it. There's also this though that goes over how to set it up, everything else right here, all the different parts. And then it tells you how to balance it as well in here. The Thumbdrive, that's my perspective on all my tips I've learned and how I balance it. But this is like how you do it professionally. So you'll kind of get 2 completely different perspectives on it all. And it is very informative and extremely helpful. This right here is the Glidecam setup. This is it in motion. And all I need now is to hook the red, drag in here, and then start balancing it. So I thought, hey, I'm gonna show you guys an example that is practical, that makes sense, like on location. I'm gonna show you handheld what it looks like as far as trying to get smooth shots. And then I'm gonna hook it up to a Glidecam Devinsupertramp Signature Series Glidecam, and I will show you what that looks like back to back. So here we go. So you can still see, it's not like it's terrible. Now I'm gonna walk around though. Then I'm gonna walk around here, and I'm gonna set my focus. It's on autofocus right now, so it's kind of jumping all over. But like, I always love these shots. And once again, this is not with the Glidecam, where I wrap around. And then I'm gonna just do like a Glidecamming shot towards Brandon. He's actually getting our other Glidecam right now. We have a couple of them. Hi, Brandon.
Hey.
So I'm just doing this all handheld. Now, I have image stabilizer turned on this lens. It does have that. So everything is gonna look even smoother handheld as well. And I'm trying to be as smooth as I can be doing it handheld with my hands. So you see what that looks like. So right here we have the other Glidecam. We own a couple of them. We have the quick release plate. I'm gonna pull this off right now. Brandon, go ahead and start filming. Boom, see that? So this is gonna go on there, and then here I have it set up. This is actually set up for the Canon 1DX Mark II that we have. So for that we have 4 weights and 4 weights for that setup. For this setup right here though, with the DSLR we're gonna have 2 weights and 2 weights. It does work with 3 weights and 3 weights as well. I prefer 2 weights or 3 weights. Just depends on how windy it is. All right, so we are hooked to a Glidecam right now, and let's see how it goes. I'm gonna zoom in. The more you zoom in, the harder it is to actually get smooth shots. So now I'm gonna hold it handheld, try and do the same shot. And then with the Glidecam once again. So there you have that. So hopefully you can tell a difference. Now I'm gonna try and get a smooth, flowing shot. This is in our office right now. And this is just first take for everything. Here you have Carter. I'm gonna do a follow shot with Carter.
Ooh, remember that?
Attaboy. So that was a little bit of just like on the spot, trying to move as fast as possible. This is a 24mm lens right now, 24 to 105. I'm shooting at 24mm. And the biggest thing right now is anytime we're shooting, we're usually shooting on a 14mm, 11 to 24mm, or 16 to 35mm. Just because the wider you are, the smoother the shot's going to look. So I normally don't use a 24 to 105 with a Glidecam 95% of the time. But I want to show you a little bit as far as what was in the box and a couple of reasons as far as why I use the Glidecam. I'll show you guys a couple shots right now that I've captured with the Devin Signature Series Glidecam. Now, this one runs at $799.99. You can buy it on Amazon, B&H, several different places. If you just have like a DSLR camera and you're not like super extreme with it, you're not taking like crazy conditions, like the 2000, Glidecam HD 2000 or 4000, those are still gonna work great. But as far as like being as fast and as efficient as possible, be able to take a little bit more of a beating, this is what I would suggest. So it kind of covers several different price ranges right there. I'll have the 3 different Glidecams I just talked about pop up with their retail value or the retail price, so you can kind of make that decision. This is what I personally shoot with. I love it. I love Glidecam. They have been amazing, and it's so exciting now, like going on YouTube and seeing so many people film with the Glidecam. Going back to, just to kind of give you another little bit of a history lesson, back in the day when I was shooting wedding videos, I noticed everyone was shooting on just a tripod and they were all stagnant. I didn't think they were very excited just because they didn't feel like a movie. And I love like movies where the camera was always moving. So I started researching as far as, is there anything out there that could capture movement that is at a somewhat affordable price, or affordable price for that matter. And Glidecam is what popped up on the internet. That was 10 years ago. I remember it like it was yesterday. I purchased it, and then I started shooting wedding videos with the Glidecam, and it was awesome because people liked the video, and it looked different because it wasn't those static shots. It looked like a movie. It looked cinematic. So moving shots are so crucial for that. And you watch our videos, like they're all being shot with the Glidecam because it gives you that cinematic look. I struggle like jumping back to the tripod. Tripods are definitely necessary, and they kind of break things up, and you need that for like time lapse and stuff like that. But I mean, if I'm going anywhere, my Glidecam is like my right-hand man, with my wife being my right-hand woman. Thanks so much for watching, and if you want any other information on the Glidecam, I'm gonna have you a link down below in the description to Glidecam's website where they'll go into even more detail, and I'll have a link to Amazon as well if you are interested in purchasing it. Thanks so much for watching, over and out.